InFacts presents 15 absurd facts you won't believe are true. Welcome to InFacts, your gateway to the extraordinary. Prepare to have your perceptions challenged as we unravel 15 absurd facts that defy logic and reason. Don't forget to subscribe to InFacts YouTube channel for more mind-bending discoveries and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest explorations. Let's embark on this wild ride together. Number 1. The renowned artist Pablo Picasso contained 23 words. The renowned artist Pablo Picasso actually contained 23 words. The renowned artist Pablo Picasso is known to many by just 2 words. His full name actually contained a staggering 23 words. Yes, you heard it right, 23 words. His full name was Pablo Diego José Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno, Crispín Crispiniano María de los Remedios de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz Picasso. Quite a mouthful, isn't it? Number 2. J was the last added to the English alphabet. Have you ever heard that? The letter J was the last added to the English alphabet. It dates back to 1524. Shockingly, before it became a letter. The letter I was used for both I and J sounds. Number 3. Why don't cats listen to us? The second most common pet after the dog is the cat, which you can't get to obey a command. They will just ignore you. Often they won't even turn to you when called. Be sure it hears you and recognizes your voice, but pretends to be mad because the commands don't suit it. Scientists explain this phenomenon not by lack of brain capacity, but by the fact that the cat as an animal has never been tamed by man to do any work. Rather, they have domesticated and attached to humans themselves for their personal gain. They believe that we are their domesticated pets and consider themselves masters. You know the saying, the dog says, "He feeds me, caresses me, cares for me. He must be a god." While the cat says, "He feeds me, caresses me, cares for me. I must be a god." Drop me a comment. Do you have a cat or a dog? Number 4. Rabbits have quite an unusual dietary habit. Rabbits have quite an unusual dietary habit. Rabbits. Those adorable fuzzy creatures have quite an unusual dietary habit. Rabbits eat their own excrement. You might ask, why on earth would they do that? Well, it's all about nutrition. The process allows them to extract any nutrients that their bodies may have missed. The first time around, it may not be the most appealing meal choice, but it's a survival strategy that works for them. We all have a little sparkle within us, quite literally. Number 5. The moon has moonquakes. The moon has moonquakes. In a research, scientists revealed that the moon experiences moonquakes just as the Earth experiences earthquakes. They occur due to tidal stresses connected to the distance between the Earth and the moon. Number 6. How does coffee energize us? For some of us, the day just doesn't start until we've had our morning coffee. We know about its effects and the energy it gives us. But did you know that? The processes to get that energy are much more complicated than you thought. When we feel tired, one of the reasons for that is that the accumulation of adenosine in our body, which is responsible for maintaining sleep, can inhibit waking. The more time we spend awake, the more it builds up in our body and so puts us to sleep. Caffeine does 2 things to our bodies. First, it blocks the buildup of adenosine. And second, it increases the levels of hormones such as cortisol and dopamine. One is for stress and the other for joy. So the overall energy of your body is increased. So caffeine stimulates certain energy-giving processes in our body, rather than just a liquid to break down in the stomach and get our energy directly from it. Number 7. A gold in human body. There is gold in our bodies. Yes! You are indeed a walking treasure chest. However, don't get too excited. The amount of gold in the human body is minuscule, to be precise. It's about 0.2 milligrams of 0.0007 ounces. If you could extract all the gold from an average adult, you'd be left with a tiny speck just barely visible to the naked eye. And if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear what's next. Number 8. Ketchup used to be sold as medicine. Ketchup used to be sold as medicine. Back in 1834, people with indigestion were given a prescription for the condiment. Number 9. Why do we shake hands? Every day, even more than once. We have to shake someone's hand. But have you ever wondered why we use this particular gesture to greet each other? For example, pat each other on the cheeks or slap each other? It would be hilarious. The first evidence of a handshake comes from the 9th century BC. And back then, it was a gesture that you were not armed and that you would not attack. I mean, you're friendly. Times were certainly different, but this gesture somehow remained in the subconscious of a person, that you demonstrate good intentions and that you will not stab him. For example, number 10, a telescope that can peek a whopping billion years back in time. Ever wondered how far we can see into the past? Well, the answer might astound you. There's a telescope that can peek a whopping billion years back in time. Yes, you heard that right. A billion years, it's as if we've unlocked a time machine, only this one uses light years instead of miles hour. Number 11. You can't hum while you're pinching your nose. Did you know you can't hum while you're pinching your nose? Go ahead and try. Number 12. Does 1 horsepower equal 1 horse? Not quite. It's a common misconception that 1 horsepower is equal to the peak power production of a horse, which is capable of a maximum of around 14.9 horsepower. By comparison, a human being is capable of approximately 5 horsepower at peak power production. Number 13. United States currency actually contains traces of cocaine. Moving on, our next fact. Have you ever held a dollar bill and thought about its history? A significant percentage of United States currency actually contains traces of cocaine. It's not a myth. The very same substance that's illegal in most parts of the world. How it gets? There is a tale of circulation human habits and the sheer persistence of microscopic particles. Number 14. Ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. Their little brains are genuinely smaller than one of their eyeballs. Number 15. Animals can experience time differently from humans. To smaller animals, the world around them moves more slowly compared to humans. Salamanders and lizards, for example, experience time more slowly than cats and dogs. This is because the perception of time depends on how quickly the brain can process incoming information.